shadows merge with the light. Old St. Jude's met its fate on a cold, starless night. A whiskey bottle in my hand as the flames kiss the sky. The ghost town whispered secrets beneath the mournful cry. Echoes from the church fire burning through my soul. Every ember a story of love and of control. Cursed is the land where the lost lovers meet under a blood-red moon in the heat. She was an angel with eyes like the stormy seas. Her laughter a melody carried on the desert breeze. But jealousy's a serpent, it strikes without a sound. Found her with another before the church burned down. Echoes from the church fire screaming to the night. Whispers of the betrayal that fueled the deadly light. Haunted is the heart that's been torn by deceit. In the silence of the ashes where memories repeat. Now I roam these cursed lands with dust storms in my wake. The train whistles a reminder of the vows we did forsake. A specter in the ruins where our love used to bloom. Amid the forgotten graves and the never-ending gloom. Echoes from the church fire, requiem of the past. In the hollow echo of the bell I found my peace at last. Forgiveness is a journey on a lonesome endless road, where shadows merge with light and the stories are retold. The haunted prairie whispering secrets to the rust. Train whistle moans through the silence of the ghosts by the burned out church where the spirits boast. Oh, beneath the haunted prairie lies tales so worn, a love turned bitter and a heart that's torn. Whiskey bottles and forgotten graves, telling tales of cowboys damned and brave. Once I loved a girl with wildfire eyes, in a cursed town with sunsets blooded by lies. Betrayed by a kiss, I watched my world collapse, left me wandering this desert, waiting for perhaps. Beneath the haunted prairie, under that lonely sky, echoes of our laughter, shadows of our goodbye. Dust storms roll over memories so gray, sins of the past no man can save. By the light of a dying star, I faced my foe. In the hollow Beneath the haunted prairie, I lay my love to rest. The desert knows my secrets, keeps them close at its breast. Forgiveness or damnation, let the spirits decide. On the haunted prairie, a lone gunslinger's ride. So if you wander far where the wild coyotes cry, listen close, you'll hear the prairie sigh of broken dreams beneath the starry dome, beneath the haunted prairie where lost souls roam. In the shadow of the Sarah spine, where the wind whispers sins of the brine, stood a town with souls hollow and cold, under skies that weep stories untold. Whiskey bottles lay, dreams all but damned. Ghosts walk the streets of this cursed land. Blood on the cursed land under a blackened sky. Forgotten graves hum the coyotes' cry. Lost love's a tale told by the restless sand. Oh, the devil dances in this cursed land. There's a tale of a man heart led astray by love that cruel fate stole away. In the churchyard by the sycamore, burned out prayers, love lives no more. Echoes of a train like a morning band, screams slice the silence of the cursed land. Blood on the cursed land under a vengeful moon, each whistle wails out forsaken tune. Revenge a path laid with a trembling hand. Oh, the night house deep in this cursed land. Gunpowder scent, a last stand so grand. In the heart of the desert, a final stand. Blood on the cursed land, where lost souls roam, each step taken closer to an unearthly home. Silence now reigns where once he made his stand, just a whisper lost in the cursed land. Whispered in the shadows, down in the hollow where the cold winds moan, dust devils dance and the tumbleweeds roam. There's a just a shadow burn under the sun, where whiskey whispers and the slow rivers run. Old chapel bells ring out the past, echoes of souls in the night they have met. Whispers in the shadows, calling out my name. The ghosts of my past, playing their game. Revenge is a traveler on a road with no end. Lost love and betrayal around every bend. I once loved a girl as fierce as the storm, but she left with a stranger at the break of dawn. Under a blood moon by the old sycamore tree, we swore our love, but it wasn't to be. The preacher man said, son, save your soul, but I'm lost in this desert, cursed and cold. Whispers in the shadows, calling out my name. The ghosts of my past, sharpening their aim. Revenge is a traveler, chasing the winds. Lost love and betrayal, my cardinal sins. In the silent desert I face my fears. The voices get louder with each passing year. A reckoning's coming like a train's lonesome whistle in the heart of the night, like the strike of a thistle. Whispers in the shadows, I can hear the call. Frozen in time, in this spectral thrall. This land of the lost, where I make my stand. Holding on to ghosts in this cursed wasteland.
In the heart of a ghost town, under a blood-red sky, dust dances with the devil where the lost souls lie. Whiskey bottle empty by a cold campfire, echoes of a train whistle haunted with desire. Blood on the shadows, pain in the wind, cursed by the memories of the sins I've skinned. This desert knows my name and my story's old, written in the dust where my heart turned cold. A love once burning like the church that caught the flame, betrayed by a kiss in the shadows that we named. She left with the sunset on the day the preacher lied. Now I wander with the ghost of what I've left inside. Blood on the shadow, scars in the sand, walking through the night with a gun in my hand. The silence is my partner in this forsaken land, guided by the moonlight and the retribution plan. At the crossroads by the old forgotten graves, I face the whispers and the debts I've yet to pay. Her shadow in the doorway, the showdown feels so right. Two bullets in endless night. Blood on the shadows, destiny's embrace. Revenge or redemption, it's a bitter taste. With each step on this cursed ground, I accept my fate. In the silence of the desert, revenge comes too late. Dust and the stories it knows of an outlaw with a heart where nothing grows. Blood on the shadows under skies so vast, in a land that forgets but the legends last. In the shadow of the ridgeline lies the bones of Dusty Creek, where the chapel bells are silent and the wind begins to speak. Whiskey bottles lie forgotten in the sands of cursed lands, forged by broken-hearted strangers with their trembling bloody hands. Ashes of the ghost town under blood-red dusk, echoes of the loved lost, carried in the dust, where the sinners seek their solace in the silence of their sins. Ghost town's heart beats under, where the end was just beginning. Long ago the church caught fire on a night as dark as coal. Trapped inside her wedding gown, it burned away her soul. Her lover, he had laid the flame, revenge his bitter cry, for the gold beneath the altar for which he watched her die. Ashes of the ghost town beneath the moon's cold crust, echoes of a love burn turn to whispered trust. The desert holds their secrets in the howling of the winds. Ghost town's curse lingers, where the pain was just the train whistle morning, as he knew he would. In the ghostly hour, with the pistol's cold embrace, he joins her in the ashes, disappears without a trace. The ashes of the ghost town, with every spirit's gust, echoes of redemption, or maybe just the dust. There's peace among the ruins, in silent and eerie grins. Ghost town's last whisper, where the end and start are twin. Through the timbers, an old ghost town's lullaby, whiskey bottles clink in rhythm,
under a forsaken sky. Dust devils dance on broken streets where lovers used to tread. Each footprint's a story buried in a town too dead to wed. I'm dancing with Ghost Town, shadows in my spin, twirling with memories of sins draped in sin. The moon hangs like a jury in the courtroom of the night as I dance with Ghost Town under fading lantern light. The train whistle weeps at midnight across the barren moors. Echoes stir the spirits behind the saloon's swinging doors. I came here seeking solace in the arms of a spectral bride. Her betrayal burns like a church on fire, with the devil trapped inside. Dancing with Ghost Town, a waltz in the dust, a lover's quarrel settled with each gust. Stars witness in silence in the courtroom of the night as I dance with Ghost Town, where wrong dons the masquerade. In the heart of the desert, under the storm-closed nest, I face the man who wronged me with a bullet in my chest. Forgotten graves bear witness as the sand whispers confess. In the heat of confrontation, truth bears its final test. Still dancing with Ghost Town, vengeance in my veins, each step a story of love, loss, and pain. Judgment comes like daylight in the courtroom of the night as I dance with Ghost Town till my soul takes flight.
Out in the vast and whispering badlands, under a blood-red sky, once stood a town with hope like a heartbeat, for the truths turned to lies. Whiskey bottles lay empty on doorsteps, each one a story untold of dreams gone dry under dust storms cover, and secrets dark and cold. Buried deep in the shadows where the lost souls weep, the winds sing of sorrow where the secrets keep. Beneath the moon's pale watch, old ghosts they roam. In the silence of the desert, I made my cursed home. I loved a girl with eyes like wildfire, heart wild as the shifting sands. She vanished like smoke from a burned out church, slipped right through my hands. In the night I hear the train's lonely whistle, mocking me with its cry as it rolls past forgotten graves under that endless starlit sky.
Buried deep in the shadows where the old loves die, the wind speaking riddles beneath a vast dark sky. With each whisper and echo, my restless heart roams. In the silence of the desert, I find my ghostly home. On a night when the storm tears the silence and the past refuses to sleep, I face the curse of this barren land where the wounds cut too deep. There at last stood the truth by the cold light of the dawn. She was a mirage of the desert, a memory forever gone. Now I'm just a shadow where no light seeps, with the dust as my blanket and the earth so steep. Let my sins be buried in this silent, forsaken lone. In the heart of the desert, I accept this ghostly home. Forever buried in the shadows, under sky so wide and dawn. In the dying light of a dusty town where the shadows stretch to claim the ground beneath is thirsty, scorched, cursed without a name. Echoes of a train whistle, cutting cold and sharp as a knife. Beneath the hollow sky, I ride this path, the last one in my life. Blood on the saddle, blood on the sand, blood drying under a cursed land. Whiskey whispers of vengeance and pride on this silent, haunted final ride. Blood on my hands where it's always been, painting sins in the shapes of men. Tonight I ride with ghosts by my side. Blood on the last ride. Once loved a girl with wildfire eyes in a chapel built of stone, but betrayal burned the bridges, left me wandering alone. Her memory a ghost town, her touch a distant dream. Now every mile I'm riding ain't quite as it seems. Blood on the saddle, blood on the sand, memories fade in this forsaken land. Whiskey numbs the heartache and pride, shadows stretch long on this last ride. Blood on my heart where it's seared and scored, each beat a reminder of the soul. Tonight I ride past wrongs to right, blood on the last ride. In the stillness of the desert, a reckoning to face. Each step forward in this ghostly trace. From burning churches to forgotten graves, each soul finds its place. And in the dust my heart confronts the darkest truths it must embrace. Blood on the saddle, blood on my soul. This ride's my penance, this ride's my toll. Whiskey's my witness in the night so wide. To every whisper secret I confide. Blood on my hands said to be dried as dawn breaks cold on this last ride. Tonight the past and I collide. Blood on the last ride. As the sun rises red over lands best left dead, I leave behind stories untold,
in the silence, stark and cold. In the town where shadows whisper under the devil's moon, boots stir the curse to dust to the old saloon's croon. A trail of whiskey bottles marks the path he rides, every step a story where sorrow abides. Echoes from the dusty boots, tales of guns and loot, in the silence of the ghost town, under the sky so brute. His heart a buried treasure in graves no cross could root, haunted by the love he lost in this desolate pursuit. Years back, young and wild, love was his to claim, a beauty from the east, Lily was her name. Betrayed by a brother's hand for the gold in the vein, left her in the burning church with his soul in chains. Echoes from the dusty boots, cries of pain astute, through the howling dust storms, past the hanging noose. His vows whispered to the winds, promises turned obtuse, riding through the cursed lands, a heart that won't truth. In the mirror of the night, by the train's lonesome whistle, he faced the ghost of what was, his resolve now brittle. A reckoning in the quiet, with the stars as his witness. 2 shots in the darkness seal the betrayer's kiss. Echoes from the dusty boots, now slowly mute, in the town forever silent, justice absolute. His love an eternal echo through deserts so acute. A lone gunslinger's tale ends where lives once took root.
In the town where the sun forgot to rise, crooked crosses cast shadows under blood-red skies. Dust rose like ghosts along the withered streets, while an old church bell tolled missing beats. Dance, dance, the outlaw heart waltz under stars that witness without fault. Spin your partner of skeletal remains to the tune of the whistle from a distant train. Whiskey bottles lay empty, telling tales of despair. Echoes of footsteps, she's no longer there. From a love turned sour to a life undone, in the silence of a bullet from a forsaken gun. Dance, dance, the outlaw heart walks through the ghost towns and the desert halls. Grip the devil as you sway and spin past burning churches and forgotten sin. Tracks, feeling the earth shake, a storm of revenge about his soul at stake. The train cried a warning like an old friend's voice. Time to face the past, too late for a choice. Dance, dance, the outlaw heart walks with shadows cast by the setting sun's dots. Turn with the wind in a cursed land's embrace, accept the end in this forsaken place. Each chord strummed a whisper on the wind, each step taken a memory of sin. Dance, dance, the outlaw heart walks till the desert claims you and your faults. Underneath the hollow sky, where the smoke still clings to dawn, whiskey bottles lay in dust from the nights now long since gone. Ghost town whispers call my name through the wind that moans and chokes, and the train whistles speak of pain under hollow sky and smoke. The sky bears no more stars, just shadows from my past. Every heartbeat lights a match on the memories that last. In the silent desert's cry, through the burning church's plea, hollow sky and smoke remain, and the cursed land sets no one free. Once knew love like raging fire, till betrayal cooled the flame. Her echo haunts the chapel hill, where they still curse my name. Dust storms roar across my path, hide the tracks where we once spoke. Now nothing's left but burning words under hollow sky and smoke. Echoes worn and cold, each whisper in the darkness, a story left untold. In the grip of night's cold hands, beneath the old oak tree, of a lost world. Oh, the sky now holds my fate in a land that's burned and raw. Each step I take is haunted by the law I once so wrought. Through the silent desert's call to the place where spirits weave, underneath the hollow sky I accept no more to grieve.
Out where the moon casts shadows long and wide beneath the ghost town's whisper, secrets hide. Dust dry whispers from a cracked whiskey flask, echoes of the past in the cool night asked. Midnight in the last ride, wheels on rusted tracks, haunted by the love and life we can't get back. Smoky air twists where our vows once burned bright, lost in the silent desert's endless night. This cursed land holds the tales of a fallen grace, footsteps muffle in the church, a forsaken place. Her laughter lingers where the dead crows flew, a silver locket, a betrayal hidden in the dew. Midnight in the last ride, echoes of a train's cry, every whistle a reminder of the light. Darkness holds the heartache that won't ride, carrying the sins covered by the night. In the shadow of the steeple I face my ghost, the love, the pain on this barren coast. My revolver's cold in the grip of my hand. Tonight in this desolation I make my final stand. Midnight in the last ride, under a cursed sky. Forgiveness is the bullet I chose not to buy. Leave the dust to settle where the memories fight. This is my last confession at the edge of the night.
Out in the ghost town where the shadows creep, dust devils dance where the secrets keep. Old whiskey bottles clink in mournful song, railroad tracks stretch cold and long. Lone church burns in the twilight's glow, flames whisper tales of the heart's woe. Gone with the wind, gone with the night, gone with the love that once held tight. Under the pale moon's judging eye,
retry. We swore our oaths by the forgotten graves, beneath the crosses among the staves. Her laughter echoed a haunting tune on the curse of sun and the darkened moon. But betrayal's knife was sharp and sleek, left my soul hollow and my heart weak. Gone with the wind, gone with the night, gone with the love that once burned bright. Under the stars, cold, silent jest, gone with a heart torn from my chest. Silent deserts, the truth I faced, every memory I can't erase. Her ghost in the winds, an endless call through the dust storms that rise and fall. Revenge, a fire that in me resides, right in the dark where vengeance hides. Gone with the pain, gone with the spite, gone with the love into the night. Accept the silence, the soul's deep cut, gone with the lost love. The door now shut. In the end, it's just me and the dust, gone with the lost love in whom I trust. Out where the wind cries through the bones of old towns, the shadows stretch long as the sun's beating down. Whiskey bottles lay, spilling secrets in the sand. Ghost of a preacher, Bible burned in his hand. Oh, the prairie's got a curse, dark as night unseen. Wails like a train through the valley of the unclean. Dust storms rise, hiding sins that we all breathe. Haunted by the loves and lives we couldn't redeem. Here stood a church, now just char and decay, where I promised her forever, 'neath the cross we'd pray. But the devil's in the dirt and he called my name, led me down the tracks of betrayal and blame. Oh, the prairie's got a curse, cold as the clay, echoing the shots that took my breath away. Lost souls wander with stories they can't leave, bound to the land that won't let them grieve.
that blood moon I felt her near. Her whisper on the wind, revenge is here. A specter of desire, a ghost of spurned love, demanding retribution from the heavens above. This prairie's got a curse, and now it's mine to hold. A tale of a heart that turned too cold. The wind still whispers through forgotten graves. Here lies a gunman, a lover enslaved, outlawed by love, damned by fate. On haunted grounds I accept my way.
Out where the wind whispers moans through the ghost town, streets empty as the bottles in my hand last night thrown down. Train whistles cry like the haunted tales they say. Whiskey breath and dusty boots leads a man astray. In the shadow of the church where the fire still burns lies a heart scorned by the lesson never learned. Silent grave ballads sung by the damned and the saved, every whispered note a secret from the grave. Her love was a mirage, a sweet desert rose with thorns. Promise forever left me nothing but scorn. A storm rolled in, the sky scornful and gray, found her whispers in the wind, but her shadow slipped away. Under the steeple of smoke where our sins lay in the ash, I recall the firelight in her eyes, gone in a flash. Silent grave ballad, echoes of a love that craved, each lingering melody crafted by the betrayed. Tells a sorrowful tale, acceptance in the dust under stars that misbehave, revenge just a ghost among the stones of each grave. Every line rings like the last breath of a man alone, echoes off the canyon walls through the marrow and bone.
Out past the old shanty town where the whistle sounds mourn like a ghost. Dust devils dance with the echoes of those who've given up the ghost. Beneath a sky too wide and a sun that paints the earth blood red lies a trail of whiskey bottles leading to the sins that I once fled. I'm gone with the last ride, Shadows cross the great divide, where the love I knew and the dark truth lied. In a silent desert, under a cursed moon's guide, I'm just a whisper where hope and heartache collide. Found an old church burning by the light of a cold and heartless moon. The steeple fell like my dreams in a fiery forsaken plume. Once loved a girl with eyes like the stormy skies before the dawn. She left me with nothing but a goodbye as bitter as the day is long. I'm gone with the last ride, where old ghosts and regrets reside. Echoes of a train that's carrying everything I can't hide. Past the dusty plains where my old fears abide, riding towards the horizon where my old self died. In the mirror of the night, I see her face, haunting and near. The wind whispers secrets, the desert sand shifting so clear. Betrayal's sharp sting I feel in my bones, it's rattling deep. Tonight the reckoning comes, and it's mine alone to keep. Gone with the last ride, beneath the wide and starless sky. I lay my vengeance down by the graveyard where the forgotten lie. Letting go the reins of a past that's been wrung dry. In the haunted silence, I whisper my last goodbye. Every verse a desolate pain and every chorus a haunted melody, weaving through the dark tapestry of a lone soul's reckoning with his past.
In the heart of a silent desert, under a cobalt sky, there lies a moonlit graveyard where the forgotten cry. Whiskey bottles and dried roses lay scattered in the dust. Echoes of train whistles in the winds we used to trust. Oh, lament for the moonlit graveyard, where shadows dance with the ghost of the bar. Beneath the curse of an old dead star, here lie dreams that wander too far. A burning church on the hill, where we once heard hymns and lies, now just a shell hosting crows under smoke-choked skies. You whisper secrets in the dark, like venom sweet and vile. Promise love near the old creek bed, led me mile by mile. Oh, man, for the moonlit graveyard, where vows break like the ground where I bury the pain that's been scarred. With a gun and a rose I write this ode. In moonlit silence alone I trope. Forgive me, love, as I lay you to rest in the heart of the land that knows no zest. So hear my tale, a ballad so grave, of love and betrayal no one could save. Lament, oh lament, for the moonlit graveyard, where even the brave are marked. In the shadow of a burning church, under a blood-red sky, I met her eyes, a stormy gray, in the town where hopes come to die. The wind whispered through crumbling walls, carrying tales of deceit, where a love once bloomed, now just ghostly feet, echoing past the whiskey stains and the streets of regret. And dancing with lost love under the silver moon's glow, in the heart of a cursed land where the cold winds blow. Just shadows swaying where the wild roses thrive, dancing with memories that are no longer alive. The train whistles a lonesome tune past forgotten graves. She vanished like smoke on a breeze across the plains. Here in this deserted place, where we once swore our oath, lies the shattered pieces of my trust, wrapped in her ghostly cloak. Each step we danced, a tale of a love that the devil had bet. And dancing with lost love under the silver moon's glow, in the heart of a cursed land where the cold winds blow. Just shadows swaying where the wild roses thrive, dancing with memories that are no longer alive. At the stroke of midnight by the old gallows tree, I faced her spirit, asking why she betrayed me. With a tear of ethereal pain, she confessed her sin, hand in hand with my best friend, where my end did begin. In the dance hall of shadows, their betrayal I now perceive. And dancing with lost love as the stars witness above, forgiveness a burden too heavy to wear, resignation my partner in this ghostly affair. We're just shadows swaying beneath the judgmental sky, dancing with a ghost as life passes us by. In a ghost town where the dust whisper sends, lay a bottle half empty, echoes of gin. Train tracks rusty, the depot's lights dim. A shadow moves slow where hope's light grows thin. Gone with the whiskey, my heart rides a storm, lost in the bottle where truth
are born. Old church bells toll for vows that were sworn. Gone with the whiskey, where devils are formed. Beneath the old oak, secrets are kept in graves unmarked where silent tears wept. She promised forever, then away she crept with a gunslinger's heart that ain't never slept. Gone with the whiskey, my dreams turned to dust. Trust turned to ashes, in betrayal we trust. Love's just a memory fading to rust. Gone with the whiskey, in shadows I'm lost. On that cursed night under blood-red skies, I saw the truth hidden in her ice-cold eyes. Revenge whispered in the old town's cries, a bullet for a heart under darkening skies. Gone with the whiskey, revenge burns deep. Silent desert holds the secrets I keep. In the cold night wind, the willows they weep. Gone with the whiskey, in death's sleep I'll leave.